What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here and for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this podversation. I just want to share something really quick. And listen, Kandi and the people like her that have these restaurant businesses that are celebrities or not celebrities, but may have the opportunity to serve celebrities, they may never hear this commentary. But I wanted to talk about this from the perspective of a business owner. I do not own a restaurant, don't ever want to. But being the owner of a business, I understand that sometimes people might get geeked out if you have someone that may be well known, whether it's a celebrity or personality, that wants to come to your business. I mean, that can be seen as a big deal. But to be honest with you, I feel that because of the culture that has been in this country for the most part, and I've talked about this a little bit before, we've made a culture where people value, not everyone, so please don't think that I'm speaking about you if it doesn't apply, but for the most part, we value well-known people, public figures, celebrities over people that everyone else doesn't know. And that's what makes it pretty difficult for someone like Keithlee, who has millions of followers on TikTok that I had never heard of before all of this stuff went viral about him visiting the restaurants down in Atlanta and giving his reviews based on his experience, has gotten him to this place where even though he may not want to get preferential treatment, he's going to get it because, unfortunately, or fortunately, however some people want to look at it, people value that type of stuff over the everyday people that will come to frequent a business. Now, I want to play this clip and then I'm just going to continue with my commentary.
Yesterday, me and my family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with kandiburruss walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders? No, we don't do to-go on the weekends. Oh, okay, so it's sit-in dining. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's going to go eat. They're going to come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half. Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available. So they didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in, we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been today. She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how are you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are you looking for as far as wait?
I'm just going to sit up every now and then. On the wait, this hot coffee came. Now it's whoever first come, first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're going to go eat somewhere else. And I said, God bless you. And I walked out.
On second thought, it's okay. We're going to go eat somewhere else. So I appreciate it, though. For sure. Thank you. God bless you. Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
I'm going to be very transparent and honest. I am frustrated.
Honest with you, I think people need to understand that Keithlee, I'm a fan of his page too. I watch, right? And we know that he can help make or break a restaurant. And right now, it's like a time where all the restaurants aren't doing that great, right? So anybody would want him to be there. And I just feel like at the end of the day, well, first of all, I didn't tell her to show him no favoritism because I like you. I know that he doesn't like that. But, you know, our host, I don't know, she said that it was because she checked the people off of list and that's what happened. But even if it wasn't, I think he needs to understand that people want to show him love. And it's not that we don't love our customers, but if we let one celebrity or one influencer go early, it doesn't hurt the rest of our customers because he's taking pictures, he's doing stuff, and a lot of them are happy that he's there. But if he doesn't eat at our restaurant, it does hurt us because all the business they had the opportunity to show them how great they was, and they had lines wrapped around the building. We don't get honest with you.
All right, so you heard what Keith Lee had to say. You probably heard it multiple times at this point, I'm sure. And then you heard what Kandi had to say when she was asked about him being shown favoritism. The thing that Keith Lee, which he probably does understand, but I'm just basically saying this for the sake of saying it. The thing that he needs to understand is that even though he may not want to be treated any differently than anyone else, because he's right, he is no better or no different than anyone else. Just having a lot of followers on social media, or even Kandi, her being a celebrity, does not make her better than anyone else. No one is better than anyone else, but because the culture that has been created in this country where people value entertainers over education, entertainment over education, entertainers over educators, people value celebrities over your everyday teachers and firemen and, you know, people who work in the grocery stores. And, you know, like that's unfortunately the society that we live in, where that is what it is. People see someone that they know well, they want to take a selfie with them, they want to take a picture of them, they want to get their autograph, they want to post it on social media. It's even more so now than it was many years ago before social media even existed. You are out somewhere and you happen to see a celebrity and you are able to get your little, I don't know, whatever type of camera you had at that point in time before iPhones and camera phones existed and things like that, and you were able to get a picture with a celebrity. That was a big thing. Or you were able to get a celebrity's autograph. That is still a big thing. And so we have this culture in the society where that is valued. Okay. So even though he may say, well, I don't want to be treated different than anyone else, that is unfortunately the way that it is. So when he made that decision after he sent his family in first, because he sent his family in, and then when they came out and told him what it was, he made the decision to go inside. If he made the decision to go inside, he was already taking that risk that he was going to be treated differently. So in a way, it was almost like he was testing the waters to see if they were going to do what might happen. I'm not saying that's happened to him at every other restaurant that he's gone to, because it may not. I don't follow him. All I know about him is the things that have been shared in the stories that have come out, you know, in the past week or so. So I'm saying if he did not want to be treated differently than anyone else, and his family already told him what the wait was looking like, I'm just questioning. I'm not saying anything negative about it, but I'm just questioning what was the point of him going in. Was he testing to see if they were going to treat him different than his family and seat him first? Because honestly, it makes it sound like to me that is something that he's used to and that it has happened to him before. But because he doesn't want to be treated that way, he wanted to go in and see if they were going to treat him that way. I mean, honestly, if he says that they were reaching out to him for weeks and weeks and weeks, several times trying to get his attention, trying to get him to come and visit the restaurant, obviously once he got there, they were going to do that. Period. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it was right, because getting into Kandi's response to it, you know, she's like, well, obviously, like, if we see a celebrity or influencer coming in, we're going to treat him differently. And he needs to understand that. And even though I agree with her, I'm not saying that it is okay. So that's the caveat. I agree with her because unfortunately that is what these places do. But I'm not saying that it is okay and that it's right. And she may say, you know, if we let one celebrity or influencer go early, it doesn't hurt the rest of our customers because they're excited to see them. I don't think somebody who may have been sitting there for an hour and then they see someone come in and they get preferential treatment to be seated, they're going to, that excitement of seeing this celebrity or influencer is going to fill their stomachs. They came there to eat food. And the celebrities and the influencers are not coming to the restaurant every day. It's the regular people. And I hate using the word regular people, but it's the customers that frequent the restaurant all of the time that are keeping the doors open, that are keeping the people there employed, that are keeping your bank accounts filled. I hope. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's okay for her to brush it off like, oh, it's not a big deal, because obviously we're going to show him favoritism and the other customers, they're going to be okay with it. It's not going to hurt them. I don't think it's cool for her to brush it off, although I understand where she's coming from, because that is the culture that has been created where people do you really believe? Let's just be honest. It's not okay, but it is the way that it has been made. If Taylor Swift walked into a restaurant and the wait was 45 minutes and she walked in, they were going to have her sitting and waiting in the line with everyone else. Of course, they're not going to do that. Again, it's not okay. It's not right. But that is the culture that has been created around celebrating celebrity, period. If Barack Obama walked into a restaurant and everybody else had an hour and a half wait, do you not think they were going to go ahead and seat Barack Obama? Even if they didn't have a space available, they're going to get some people up who are almost done with their meal and say, look, we really need this table. They may even comp those people's meals for free to get them out of there a little bit earlier so that they can get these dignitaries, Barack Obama, Michelle, and whoever else he may be with, seated. That's just the way that it is. It's not right. I'm not saying that it is okay and that it should be understood, but what honestly is understood really doesn't need to be explained, because that is just the culture that has been created. So with that being said, they both have some understanding that they need to have around this situation. I understand them wanting to be, walking in humility and saying God is amazing and all this other stuff like that. And that's fine. Continue to walk in humility. Continue to be in that place of I'm not better than anyone else. I think that's a great place to be, because I completely agree and understand it. But everyone else doesn't think the way that he does. And unfortunately, that's just the society that we are in. So he is going to be given favoritism in a lot of places. It may not be every place, but he will get favoritism in a lot of places when he doesn't want it. And it's going to be up to him to either accept it or reject it. And he rejected it that day. He said, you know what? I'm good. We're just going to eat someplace else. Now, I thought that was a little bit of a dig, my personal opinion. I don't think he had to say, oh, we'll just eat someplace else, when they were already offering him to get ready to get seated, because it was like, dang, could have just said, that's okay. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I don't know. I think sometimes when people put little spins on it like that, when they're in a business and they say, oh, that's fine, I'm just going to go to another business that does what you do, or I can get what I'm looking for from someplace else, that is insinuating that you're pissed at that business. And so now I'm going to throw this back in your face. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, that's my personal opinion. You're free to have yours. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. Let me know your thoughts briefly in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.